yeah, Jeff was a big part of why I'm a wrestler. I would never want to wrestle him though. Like, I think that's weird when people are like, yeah, I want to wrestle like, you want to beat up your idol? I would kill Jeff Hardy. Like, I love him. I would rather team with him and Matt. Like, the Hardy Boys are amazing. If I could do a 6-man with Matt and Jeff, that would be the dream.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
No big deal.
You want me to throw one of these on you right now?
Yeah, but did you wear the thong?
Sword of Omens, come to my hand. I, Lion-O, command it. Thundercats, ho! And you're watching the
And
Dorkening.
now welcome the very nice, the very evil Danhausen.
Hello. Oh, God.
Big room.
Yeah, it's a giant room.
And now welcome all ego Ethan Page.
It's not confidence, it's all ego.
Hello, everybody. Oh, so many wrestling shirts. This is awesome.
And finally, welcome 3-time TNT champ, Wardlow.
Steve Austin style.
What's up, guys?
All right, guys, let's hear it for the wrestlers of AEW, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, we did it, guys. Panel's done. All right. So first of all, I want to thank you guys all for coming. Really appreciate it. So AEW's been around for a few years now, and you're starting to get to do a lot of these conventions. I know I see you guys out there a lot on the vlogs and stuff like that. What's it been like going from signing to AEW to having crowds like this at conventions?
You want to start?
I'll start, I suppose. It's been pretty great. I think they're celebrating 200 episodes of Dynamite.
Yeah, this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's, and then we've got Wembley coming up. That's next month.
Yep.
Yes. And it's what the biggest wrestling crowd we've ever had, but
Ever.
also might break the record forever.
In England, yes. It's the
Yes.
biggest crowd, yeah.
That's crazy.
So for just 4 years, that's what we've been able to accomplish.
That's amazing. Let's hear it. Are you guys psyched for that Wembley show? It looks like it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Of course. I'm just pumped, like Danhausen was saying, that we were able to say we were going to do something, and collectively we were able to pull it off, and I'm proud to be part of that team.
Not one thing announced either.
Not one thing announced.
Nope. They just want to see AEW. Those 3 letters mean so much to so many wrestling fans across the world, and like I said, I'm just happy I'm on the team.
Yeah, it's like for instance, Collision is tonight in Connecticut.
Yes.
So I'm hoping some people can make it out to that. And tickets go on sale months ahead of time. You're just like, I know this brand is going to bring something good for me to see. So I think everybody's pretty excited about that. So
Is everyone going to Collision tonight? Collide or die! The C's up. Throw the C's up.
What's that for, Collision?
The Colliders. Where are the Colliders at?
So Wardlow, you were on Collision a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, great job, buddy. Bring that up.
I mean, we were entertained, right? But we hope for better luck in the future for you on your matches. But are you going to be coming back very soon to Collision? Do you know yet? Or are you allowed to say?
You know Christian beat him, right? And you're bringing that up?
I totally. It was definitely him, not Luchasaurus.
Yeah, the champion Christian, yeah.
Thank you, Danhausen, for clearing that up. Yeah, it was a rough start for me on Collision.
Yeah.
I do not know when I'll be back, hopefully soon.
All right.
And for the first question that you asked, it is very surreal for me to be sitting up here. And I think these two gentlemen would agree. I think we all three of us have similar come-ups in the business. We've been grinding for years. We've probably dreamed and wished of moments like these our whole lives. So I've been off TV for almost a couple months, and I've been very depressed. Wrestling is my everything. It makes me happy. So today, I feel like me again for the first time in months. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming out, because you guys really, really flipped a switch in my mind, my heart, that I needed. So thank you.
Actually, on that note, I want to say it might have been the very first episode of Dynamite. They did a promo for you before you even appeared. It might have even been on the pay-per-view. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it was All Out at the first All Out.
It was on All
first,
Out.
like promo with me beating people up in the parking lot. Yeah.
That was pretty good, man. How'd that feel that they had the confidence you hadn't even wrestled a match with them yet and were doing previews for you? That must have been pretty cool.
Yes. So that's another moment. Like, that's what you really dream of as a kid. Like, you see these promos, like somebody's coming to Raw or somebody's coming to SmackDown, and you see it for weeks and weeks, and then they show up, and it's always a cool thing.
What are those? Rise, SmackDown.
Different universe. Different universe. I thought you could jump dimensions.
Not that one.
Just match it.
Yeah, that door is apparently a little too forbidden.
Yes, yes.
Who's
I
the
think-
chicken shit?
I don't know.
McDonald's, what was that?
Yes, I will have a double cheeseburger, extra pickle, extra mustard, a Diet Coke, large sized, and a large fry. Part of Ron's army over there.
Actually, speaking of promos, I actually feel Danhausen, right before you signed with AEW, it seemed like you were doing a lot of self-promotion. I think you injured yourself in ROH at the very end of your time there. I just want to say I thought it was awesome, all the, having the confidence, getting yourself out there and really trying to pushing, hey, AEW, I'm here. And then how did it feel for that to pay off for you, man?
I just turned in an employment application and they accepted it. As you saw from the video, I turned it in to A&W and they said, we'll give this to Tony. And I said, okay. And then he gave me a call and now I am a hourly waged. But we get a free buddy burger once a day. And root beer.
I do like a buddy burger.
Yeah, see, he knows. He's from Canada. It's like McDonald's there for some reason.
So Ethan, you actually, when you first came to AEW, they started you off really hot with the Darby stuff. I know that you had a lot of issues with him before AEW.
Yep.
How do you enjoy that they include like the history of wrestling with this company?
Yeah, to me, I think it like validates things that you did in your career before you ended up there, and it kind of like shines a light on what you've been doing for all these years. Like, I've been wrestling for 16 plus years, so for AEW to kind of, like I said, like put a spotlight on things that I did 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it just adds more value to, I guess, my legacy in wrestling.
Yeah.
And they do it with a lot of people at AEW, and they kind of tie everything together, so it kind of means everything mean more.
I think sometimes when people speak with an issue about storytelling is, if the characters forget what they did, it kind of takes you out of it, right?
Yeah.
So if like, wrestlers had a problem with each other last week and then they're teaming up, but there wasn't any reconciliation.
Right.
But I love personally the long-term storytelling and throwbacks, like Mox mentioned Chikara like a couple weeks ago on the show, and it's like, oh my God, like it was worth me going to like a little dive to Chikara all this time and seeing, people coming up and now they're huge. So.
Well, it's a reward to the fans that supported us when nobody kind of knew who we were. So for them to shine lights on things that we did on the independents, it's for the people that were buying tickets when I was working for Evolve Wrestling in front of 300 people. Those 300 people get the same reward that I get. They were part of my journey, and they get to experience my success now, which is great.
I think as a fan, it feels like you're when you like a band before they hit it big. You know what I mean? And you're like, that's my guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I watched Danhausen on ROH, and I love what he does. And now he's on AEW, and I can enjoy you even to a bigger audience. ROH is really great as well, but it's amazing to see these people that you're rooting for to do well, as their career. So.
Of course. My favorite thing when people come to meet us at conventions like this is when they bring up the past and things that I assumed no one watched. Or they're like, oh, I loved your tag team title run in Impact Wrestling. I'm like, whoa, you've been watching me for 7 years. Which it means the world that people would support from the start and continue now. So, yeah.
I feel like it's a good time to mention, I didn't know this personally, I'm just being honest with you, but one of Danhausen's oldest listed matches were you guys in Hornswoggle about 10 years ago or something.
We were tag team champions.
Yeah. Guys, this is a real team. It was myself, Danhausen, and Hornswoggle, and our team name was 2.5 Men.
I think we had one title defense.
That's wonderful, and that's exactly what we're talking about. People that were there will see you guys here or on the show and be like, oh my God, like I've been watching them for longer than people imagine,
Yeah.
Well, and who is the Charlie Sheen of the group? You?
No way.
Danhausen?
Oh, yeah.
You party like that, huh?
Bro, he's been alive for 3,000 years.
Yeah.
Imagine the things this man has done.
What is it, Kramer? You ask if I'm Kramer? No. Oh, I like that one.
So Wardlow, around when they're doing all this stuff, I was hearing online you maybe have trained by Kurt Angle. Is that true? You see this stuff, you never know.
Yeah, I wasn't like trained by him coming up. I had the privilege to train with him as he prepared to come back for his last WrestleMania match.
Yeah, oh, that's super cool.
That was what was it? Him and Ronda, right?
Yeah.
First trips.
The tag match, yeah.
So he was preparing for that match.
that's cool.
And I came up into the Pittsburgh area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where all my independents were. That's where I started training soon after Cleveland. And he just wanted to get back in ring shape. So a few of us would meet him once a week for, a couple months and work with him. And, oh, man, we had such great chemistry. If that could have ever made it to TV, that would be so phenomenal. We had such good chemistry. We really liked working together. And Kurt's such a nice dude. Like, we would get done training, and he'd just sit there and BS with us like we were buddies. It was really, really cool. Great experience. He taught me a lot.
If you just talk trash about him, maybe he'll want to fight you.
I was Kurt Angle. Yes, well.
Come on! Who is the best wrestler to ever wear a singlet? I'm going with Wardlow. Kiss my ass, Kurt Angle. Oh, not actually. He's my friend.
I was going to say I was trained by Kurt Angle. They believed that, I think.
I believe everything I read on the internet immediately, especially if it's about pro wrestling. Like, immediately, I'm like, this must be true.
Yeah.
Really quick, I just got to say, Ethan Page, great T-shirt.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I
big fan.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This is great.
I've never told a lie. Bryan Danielson has never taught me how to lie so well.
Oh, you're top level liar.
Number one liar in the world. That's what this panel is going to be.
So, Ethan, you were doing a lot of stuff with Men of the Year and Dan Lambert.
Yep.
How was it working with him? Dan seemed like, honestly, a true wrestling fan. I wasn't sure how involved or whatever, but like that seemed to be like really, really like people were onto him crazy every time you were out there.
Dan Lambert is one of the greatest professional wrestling performers that I've ever worked with. And he has like, I don't know, I guess no formal training or anything like that. He was kind of just thrown into the deep end, and he is one of the best promos, one of the best characters, one of the best minds, and he's a true historian with wrestling. Like, he knows his stuff. He's a big fan. He's been going to shows since he was, I guess, like 8 years old or something like that. So that was a long ass time ago. But with Dan Lambert, he's committed to everything. And like, he's such a fan of professional wrestling that it would kill him to not give his best performance. So I can't say enough good things about Dan.
I think that whole group was great, and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Clap for the Men of the Year. Okay. Yeah. It was a great time. And even Scorpio, too. Like, I loved working with all those guys. I thought we had great chemistry. And anytime Scorp wants to get back together, I'm game.
Aww. That was so cute.
Thanks.
Something I've heard, Danhausen, it may be possible you sold more shirts than CM Punk at one point when you were out?
And MJF, the
And-
current champion.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I beat both of them, and I beat all the rest of the champions too. So I think they should just give me the belt.
I think that's how it works,
I think,
right?
you know what, I should go to Wembley, even though I'm injured, and they should just be like, you know what, here, it's yours. MJF, you can go home.
That's way easier than fighting him, I bet.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
You two can beat him up real quick.
Hold on. Have you squashed MJF? Have you pinned him clean?
Yes. Yes, I did. It was at Double or Nothing, and I powerbombed him a bunch of times, and then I pinged him, and then he was gone for a really long time after that. Everyone thought he quit. Maybe he did. I don't know. And then he came back in a devil mask, and he took my championship from me or something. He did a little video on the screen, and it's been a reign of terror ever since.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
something.
you're misremembering things.
This is 100% accurate.
He was
I
misremembering.
followed the
He
show.
misremembers things all the time. This man is a fountain of misinformation.
So, Wardlow, when you were teaming with Hook in the backstage stuff, and
I hated it. He always made me look small on camera.
how was that stuff too? You got to do a lot of stuff with Hook, and he's no, I think it was you.
Oh, yeah, that was me, too.
I'm not sure. I saw the face.
It was also him in Men of the Year, not Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was him with Scorpion Sky and Dan Lambert.
Scorpion.
Yeah, so Hook, great boy, very terrifying, but friend of Danhausen, so I don't have to be terrified of him anymore. I think he's beating up Jangleman Jack Jerry or something.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy took his belt? Which is not a good idea, because now he looks like Michael Myers or whatever chasing him around the arena. So it's probably going to get him soon and snap him in half.
He's got to catch him soon.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool. It's cool that they're kind of translating what you do and giving you chances to kind of show your personality. I feel like AEW's been pretty good with that.
Yeah, so back to Hook real quick. We're undefeated, Hookhausen.
100%. That's great.
And we also sold out best-selling Amazon 2-pack. Of
Really?
the action figures. Yes, you can't even get it anymore.
Dude, like, you've come up with this probably, I mean, I don't know how long you've come up with it, but in the last, few years, everything you've been doing has been so successful. It got to the point where people are demanding you to be in AEW. How I don't even know how to, explain, like, the social media, like, prowess that you have.
Hypnotism.
Oh,
I hypnotize everybody to fall in love with me, and then everything just works out. It's good.
I know I felt weird for a reason.
I just tell people to love that Danhausen or be cursed, and then they're superstitious, and they have to.
No, that's fair. Hey, Wardlow, there was also a pretty big opportunity you talked about when you beat the living crap out of MJF. You did a very similar thing to CM Punk. How was that to just kind of be in there with people that are like really at the top of the game and getting to just smash things.
I'll start kind.
All right.
So being in there with CM Punk, still to this day, is like one of the greatest nights of my life.
Nice.
I have the gear that I wore in that match in a frame.
Nice.
Like, that was so special. Wrestling CM Punk, after he's been out of the game for so many years, I'm coming into it thinking that's one of those never going to happen situations.
Yeah.
And so for him to come back and have that opportunity is truly, truly, truly special. Now, with that said,
Yeah.
I do find it very interesting that we have a champion in MJF, and then we have a supposed champion that never lost in CM Punk.
Yep.
I beat the shit out of both of those guys. Like, CM Punk won, but he didn't. I won. And I demolished MJF. And I'm very confident I could beat both of them again easily. So, for MJF, I do think he's very good. I think we can all agree MJF is good, right?
I guess.
I don't have to.
Whether we like him or not, I can say he's good at what he does. And I think he is better than a lot of people. And he might be better than everyone, but he's not better than me.
Oh, man.
I am the exception. I've always been the exception, and I'll always be the exception.
All right.
She really liked that.
Speaking of CM Punk, Wardlow, is there anyone else that's a legend you'd like to face soon? I saw a little bit of stuff about you love Jeff Hardy growing up. Is there any other influences you'd like to talk about? Or
Yeah, Jeff was a big part of why I'm a wrestler. I would never want to wrestle him, though. Like, I think that's weird when people are like, yeah, I want to wrestle you want to beat up your idol? I would kill Jeff Hardy. Like, I love him. I would rather team with him and Matt. Like, the Hardy Boys are amazing. If I could do a 6-man with Matt and Jeff, that would be the dream.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
No big
You
deal.
want me to throw one of these on you right now?
Yeah, but did you wear the thong?
Yeah, I was Lita.
Damn. But beyond that, unfortunately, I got into the game late, so a lot of my dream matches aren't realistic anymore.
okay.
So now really the focus is just murdering everybody and becoming the guy that people want to have a dream match with.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good stuff. Ethan, I think you were invited to Matt Hardy's house once.
Yeah, which is, you know what? Let me tell
Keep
everyone.
digging it in.
No. Listen, Wardlow, you need to hear about this. So, yes, I went to Matt Hardy's house. He kicked my ass on his front lawn. It was not fun. But what was fun was getting to go through his arcade, which I'm not making this up, guys. He has a fully functional arcade that when you finish the game, whatever your score was, it spits out tickets. And on the tickets, it says, Matt Hardy's Arcade. And then you take those tickets to the prize wall where you can purchase a Matt Hardy figure. It is the coolest. It is the coolest thing I've ever gotten my ass kicked in my life. It was incredible. Yeah, I've been there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I actually have an arcade called Game Underground in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
and
do the tickets have your face on them?
no, they just have our logo on them.
Step it up.
I know, right?
Did you see the gym? Doesn't he have a really dope purple and
He has
green
an
gym?
entire gym painted green and purple. With every belt he's ever won, every trophy he's ever won. And another cool thing that he has, which I'm very happy that I get to be a part of that lineage, is he put up every single 8x10 that he's ever taken in chronological order throughout his career.
Shut up.
Yep. So the firm and our entire contract debacle was a part of his career. So I'm going to be in the timeline of Matt Hardy, which is pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So, if you guys don't mind, you guys okay with taking a couple questions from people here? Would that be okay?
Of course.
Let's do it.
Yeah. You guys, anyone have some questions for these guys? All right. I'm going to grab this guy right here in the front. He looks pretty hype. You want to come over to the microphone here and ask a question? Right over here. Yeah.
You see Wolverine back there?
Oh, yeah. That's actually Wolverine, right?
Hugh, nice to see you.
Is this thing on?
My question is, seeing AEW work together with one company of Bushy Road that is NJPW, New Japan, and this is for all three of you guys, Wardlow, Ethan Page, and Danhausen. Do you guys want to see, and do you guys think we're going to get AEW work together with the biggest Joshi wrestling company in the world, Stardom?
Ooh, good question.
Yes.
Good question. Well, I personally hope so, because they have some of the best female wrestlers in the world, and I think AEW has an incredible female wrestling roster, so why not have them face each other? I mean, you're excited for it. I'm excited for it. There's two people that'll watch right away.
One day, I hope all wrestling companies can just get together.
Yeah.
We can all just be one.
Yeah, Wardlow can kick everybody's ass.
I think, too, once a one Mercedes Monet is healed up, I would like to see her come over to AEW.
I'll powerbomb her. She can take a symphony. Nobody gets out of the power bombs. Wardlow will power bomb anybody.
Oh, my God.
That got out of
Thank you for
control
the
real
question,
quick.
man.
Hey, great question.
Great question.
How about the guy in the Jedi robe over here? Oh, no, it's Link. I don't know.
What?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about video games whatsoever.
Oh, I
Sorry.
see.
Well, he has a lightsaber. You were right.
No, he has a lightsaber. See, he wore green underneath. I don't know what to tell you.
You got to light that thing up.
Well, my original plan was to actually wear my brown long sleeve, but due to the fact that Mother Nature decided to be hot,
Yeah, it's hot.
I had to wear my vintage men's league basketball shirt as like
Nice.
a backup plan. My question's for you, Danhausen, and
You
this
look
is very
great, bro.
important for you. Do you think you're going to face Sting?
Sting? Will I face Sting?
Because I think that would be the match of the year for you, my man. I think you and Sting have the same same style, same everything.
Yeah, I agree. I am as powerful as Sting. That's true.
Yeah, I would love to see you face him because you and him both have the same mask style. I mean, yeah, all right, I'm going to bring up WWE for 1 second here.
Oh, no, don't worry. Wardlow already did. And
Yeah.
confused the hell out of Danhausen.
I know he faced Triple H. We all wanted to see that fight, and that was the most amazing fight. But I think
We
you
did?
and him, yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
All right, I'll go on your side.
sorry, you're talking
I'll
to
go-
Danhausen.
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
know. We're comparing apples to oranges. I know, yeah. But I would love to see you fight him because I think that would be even bigger. I think that would make you in the Taj Mahal right
Oh.
there.
I mean, I would fight Sting. I would also team with Sting and Darby. I think that would also
Yeah.
be fun.
I mean, that would be pretty sick, you know. I mean,
Maybe I could team with them and betray them.
see him up, have him come up in the ceiling like he did in WCW.
Yes.
Now that would be sick.
You know what? I think I'm going to betray Sting. That sounds good. Perfect
Definitely
idea.
do that.
Hey,
Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Seriously.
hey, bust out that lightsaber.
Yeah.
Does that thing light
else have
up?
a
Come on.
The person with the bunny on their head and the incredibly evil is that an evil doll there?
That's pretty evil.
It's pretty evil. That's pretty
Yeah,
evil.
it's evil. That works.
Very cute, very evil.
Yes.
Oh, he's got the lightsaber.
There.
Yes, that's very nice, very evil.
There should be a panel like this with you on it to decide about people.
If I
For
was
all
a
three
king,
of you?
yes.
What would be your dream match? Any company, any time period, dream match.
Oh, jeez.
What is it? Our favorite match?
Any dream match, any time period, any company.
You guys go.
Well, okay. I mean, there's 3 people that I wish in my life that I would get to slap. The Rock, Razor Ramon,
Yeah.
and the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah.
I think mine would be Mr. Piper, Roddy Piper.
Okay, yeah.
I think that would be nice. I would beat up the Dwayne, too. I think I
The
could.
Dwayne?
Yeah, I would beat up the Dwayne, rock the Dwayne Johnson. And Pepsi Phil.
Oh.
I don't know if I'd beat him up yet, but maybe I'll betray him, too.
Jeez, you can't
Yes.
tell people you're going to betray them.
I'm going to betray him, too.
You can't tell them first, dude.
He's not here.
I'm sure someone will watch this, right?
I would have to probably go with. He's a popular man. The Rock is. He's always going to be one of those. He is the great one.
Yep.
Yeah, give me The Rock. Give me like Prime Batista,
Oh, man.
and then give me Lesnar from any era. I'll take 2002 Lesnar. I'll take 2020 anything Lesnar.
What about Cowboy Lesnar?
Cowboy. I'll slap that stupid cowboy hat right off of him.
Thank you.
And I promise you, if anybody on this earth can, it's me.
I wish I had the guts to just make enemies of every huge person I've ever seen on television.
I do it all the time.
It's not a bad way to live. Just knowing you could piss everybody off and go about your day.
All right, how about this guy in the front here?
Staying on dream matches, what would be your dream match with New Japan Pro Wrestling since you guys work with them?
I'll start this time. Jeff Cobb.
Oh. That's a good one.
Be good.
I'm going to go with Okada.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who could I beat up there? Who is it? Everyone always says Yano. That's what everyone always says. I'll go with that. Oh, someone said evil too. He's too evil. I cannot. What happened?
I was hoping you would say like Bruce Lee or something.
How about the dude with the headphones back there? Ethan, while we're on the subject, you have the Ego's Edge.
Yes.
Have you ever get to meet or talk to Scott Hall? Or
I've done an independent with Scott Hall, so I got to tell him he was one of my favorites. I got a photo of him or with him, so that was a great thing for me. But the coolest thing was getting to tell him that he was like my dad's guy.
Nice.
So like my dad would always call me Chico. We would play with the toothpicks, and like he's the reason that I watch wrestling is because my father. So yeah, Razor Ramon is like my guy because of my dad.
That's sick. That's sick. What's your name, man? What's your question for these guys?
I'm Roberto. My question is for Wardlow. Wardlow, how does it feel to be most likely the best champion in AEW of all time?
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, how does it feel that this man just told you that you're the best champion in AEW history? History!
At least in my opinion. Like you said before, you could beat the hell out of MJF any day of the week.
This is true. I'll take the title of the best champion of AEW. I think I'm gonna give you a couple phone numbers to call, and I just need you to inform them of that. Hey, listen, man. I love wrestling. I want to be the best. I would like to one day confidently say I am the greatest champion in the history of AEW, and I plan to do that one day. But thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I also wanted to say thank you for earlier for the photo.
You're welcome, man. I appreciate you, dude.
All right, who else? The guy with the Deadpool hat here.
Should we just get like a little line?
Yeah, you want to get a line?
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wants to line up over here.
Just line up behind the microphone.
Yeah, guys, this is Wardlow's world.
Yeah.
We're
Welcome
doing
to
whatever
it.
Wardlow wants.
We do things proper. In
Yeah,
Wardlow's world.
thank you, Wardlow.
Efficiently.
I like to pick randomly people, so I feel bad of only making one person happy.
No, we want everyone.
There is some power there.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. No, not you. You.
You have a damn
I
dinosaur
took away-
shirt. You get to
I'm
talk
sorry,
to
I took away your
Wardlow.
power. So I've been watching wrestling for a long time, and something that's awesome about being a wrestling fan today that you didn't really see back in the day is that you actually get to see a lot more of your real life friendships. So when I went to see Dynamite up in Albany, I knew you guys were good friends when you guys came out for Rampage, and so it was like an extra cool little bonus. And you also see Brody King is this big teddy bear. Is there anybody else on the AEW roster that is just surprisingly nice?
Oh yeah, MJF.
I was just.
Yeah, right. What a piece of shit that guy is. So I'm sorry.
He's the
I'm actually
worst.
curious about
You
that.
really set me up for the joke. I'm trying to think. Who would?
In my personal experience in professional wrestling, the bigger, the scarier, the more intimidating they look, the kinder, sweeter they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Brody King.
Every
Brody Lee.
100% of the time. Brody, yeah. Brody King, Big Brody.
Yeah.
He was watching him on TV through the years, and the jeans and the wife beater just dude, he was terrifying. Yeah, and then you meet him, and he was the biggest sweetheart I've ever met in my life, genuinely. It's really wild, man. Yeah, the bigger and scarier they are, the nicer they are.
Listen, I don't like him because he hangs out with a bunch of clowns. But Satnam Singh is a sweetheart.
Good. Yeah, my point exactly. He's the biggest man of everyone, and he is the biggest sweetheart of everyone.
He's tried attacking me multiple times. What are you talking about?
No, listen. This is in the confines of a ring. People are trying to win. I understand.
He's not even in the match half the time. He just attacks me.
He doesn't know any better. He's a gentle giant.
I suppose.
Danhausen?
Oh, yes, but Brody King for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Pepsi Phil gets pegged as a jerk sometimes, but I think he's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
You're going to see Pepsi.
He's been very kind to me since I've met him. No bad words for Phil.
All right. What's your name? And what do you have for a question, bud?
My name is Dennis, and my question is for Wardlow. Do you think there's a chance that we'll be able to see you, Cash, Dax, and Sean Spears reform the Pinnacle but replace Max with Punk just to piss them off?
Dude, that would be so sweet for us to all get back together and live that Pinnacle lifestyle and just throw it all in Max's face.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, no. I think I'm just going to call Pepsi Phil myself and see what he thinks about that. We all collectively love destroying MJF and his ego, so anything we could do collectively.
Oh, I listen to Dax's podcast. I know.
There's mutual hatred throughout the company.
Yeah, sign me up for that too.
If it was we hate MJF faction, it would just be the entire roster.
Yeah, listen. If mutinies were still real, we'd throw his ass off the boat day one.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's your name and a question for these guys?
My name's Jared. Wardlow, I remember that cameo you made with MJF in the car where you made fun of that guy for liking Dragon Ball Z.
Are you that guy?
No, I'm not. No.
What's wrong with Dragon Ball Z?
Dude, he paid me a lot. I just.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, his cameos are ridiculous. But my question is, does he have any bad road trip habits or anything like that?
Speaking. He talks a lot, and it's never anything good coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He's also a public urinator. I have it on camera. It's on one of my vlogs from many years ago on the Independence. He should be in jail.
Did you say a public urinator?
Yeah.
Well, and when he does that, he also says out loud he does it because he's an alpha. I've experienced it. This is true. But what do we know? A lion doesn't have to tell anybody it's a lion.
Unless you're MJF. Then you just get it tattooed on your arm.
That's how desperate
printed
he
on
is
your ass.
for people to think he's the king of the jungle. He runs around saying he's an alpha with a tattoo of a lion on his arm. Oh, the insecurity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. How you doing? What's your name and what's your question for these guys?
My name is Preston, and this is a question for all three of you. Throughout all of your careers, which rivalry you feel didn't reach its full potential?
I think Hookhausen had some more gas in the tank. I hear about it every single day, so that wasn't a rivalry, but the teaming of us.
Me personally, I would say that myself and Scorpio Sky definitely have some unfinished business, and I would love to finish that up.
For me, it was most definitely Samoa Joe. We are capable of so much more. I envisioned myself and Joe being something so much more than what it was. But it is what it is. Max and I, it reached its full potential, but I think there's so much more to go.
What about Powerhouse Hobbs?
Ooh, yeah. I'd rather team with Powerhouse Hobbs, I think, yeah, I'm done wrestling Powerhouse Hobbs. Stupid. I think we would make a hell of a tag team.
I agree. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Bob, what's your name and what's your question for these guys?
Hi, my name is Samuel G. Snyder. I have a question to all three of you.
What up, Sam?
I've been through like AEW since it started in 2019. I was like 31 years old, and I gotta say, you guys did a pretty amazing job making AEW quite a reality. And last month, I got AEW Fight Forever for Xbox Series X.
Nice.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And I made a custom character myself. If I would have to wrestle any one of you guys in that game, I would go for Wardlow.
Ooh.
And Ethan Page.
What the heck?
And Danhausen.
I'm not even in the game yet. That's not fair.
Let's just have a fatal four-way match right now.
You guys want to see a fatal four-way with this guy and these guys? Right now in Mohegan Sun, get him, guys.
What's your finisher on the game?
The Destructo Bomb.
Destructo bomb.
Sounds crazier than your power bomb. The Destructo Bomb?
What is a Destructo bomb? Is it like a power bomb?
Yeah, kind of like a power bomb, but a little more kick to it.
Better than yours.
I retire.
But anyway, I got to know you guys in the booth, but Danhausen, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for getting the video game, too. Appreciate it.
Can I ask you guys about the game a little bit? I'm pretty psyched. I know a lot of people was like, it took a while to come out, but I think it turned out very well. I'm excited. I think a lot of people want to see more and more characters and people in it. But how does it feel to see yourself in the game, Wardlow, or coming soon, Danhausen, or Ethan? I'm sure you'll be in there coming soon as well.
Are you? Are you 100% sure? Don't tease me.
I'm sure. I mean, I don't work for the company, but they got to do that, you know?
So I'll say this. The more people that buy the game, the more successful the game will be, the more downloadable characters will be introduced. So maybe we will see Ethan Page, maybe not. I enjoy playing the game myself, so I'll support it. I want to see it do well. And they started from scratch and created a game from nothing. And for them to be able to pull that off, even in the 2 to 3 years they did, is still amazing. So I'm proud of the game, and I hope I can be a part of it one day.
I actually think it's really fun. Yeah.
Support AEW Fight Forever because I need to get him in there because I want to dish out some.
What the hell?
No, I want to play as you.
Oh.
Razor's Edge people.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
like Razor's Edge is one of the coolest. Ego's Edge. It's like one of the coolest moves of all time. So
I know.
I would like to see that in the game. It's really cool seeing our moves and stuff,
Of
like
course.
the characters. And the first night I played it, I admittedly had a moment. There was an emotional moment seeing me on the screen. Very, very, very cool, very surreal. But yeah, thank you to whoever bought that and supported that.
Yes, you gotta keep buying it because I think I don't know when I come out, but I haven't played it yet. I'm waiting for me to.
You're waiting for you?
Yes, I want to play the game for the first time when I can play as me, which I feel like you probably did too, right? You picked yourself first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I can't even imagine. Yeah.
I'm waiting for that downloadable content. It'll be Danhausen and Hook.
How much of the downloadable content money do you get specifically? Like all of it?
100,000%.
100,000%.
Yes, definitely 100%.
How? On your hourly wage? How does that work out?
But I get $7 an hour, and when that game comes out, I get $7 per game.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good.
An hour.
An hour.
8 hours a day, 40 hours a week.
Does Hook know you get 700% of the money of the Hook Danhausen pack?
No. Yeah, you just don't tell him. He doesn't text back sometimes anyway, so. I don't think he texts Taz back either. Because sometimes Taz will go, "Where's Hook? Danhouse, where's Hook?"
He just goes up to his bedroom.
Oh my God.
That's my Taz impersonation. Don't tell Taz.
All right, guys, probably one last question. So if you have All In and All Out almost back-to-back this year, that's a lot of a lot of time and content to fill. Are you guys excited to like just kind of be pumping stuff out at this point? There's a lot of stuff, awesome things, and All In is like going to be a humongous event. What do you think about that, guys?
I am off right now because I tore my pec because of those pesky ass boys.
Yep, I don't like those.
The ass boys destroyed Danhausen with the 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
I almost beat them for their tag team championships.
You did.
Yeah.
And then they cheated, and then they hit me with their finishing move, and it tore my pec right off. So, they're menaces. But what are we saying? Oh, yes, but I get to watch as a fan right now, which is quite nice. Because usually when we're at work, I don't get to watch everything, but now I can sit at home and watch every match that happens.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch those two events as a fan.
Nice. I hope they can have you on there, even talking backstage or something, because that's a huge event, and we all need more Danhausen.
You know what? You can paint your face like Danhausen with a little bit of red under the eyes and take a 10-hour flight to London for me.
I mean, if you let me, I will, for real.
You're saying about producing content and having so much stuff coming up?
Yeah, and just particularly those two events are so big, one after another.
I feel like with AEW, every single week, more and more stuff gets announced and more exciting opportunities come with the company. I've been here for almost 3 years, and after a little while, I had to train my brain to take things 1 week at a time. Because if I start thinking about, oh, I have this coming up, this guy hates me now, so I have to fight him. Oh, man, I have this big title match in 3 weeks. It gets a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I try and take things week by week, and right now, I absolutely freaking hate Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett, that annoying witch, Karen Jarrett, and that big, very smiley doofus, Satnam Singh. So if I just know within the next week or two I can slap the crap out of any of them, not Karen, everyone else, sign me up. I'm worried about that. If that leads to a match at All In or All Out, hell yeah. But I don't really care. Every single week with AEW is incredible.
Nice. I hope we get to see you there too, Wardlow. Hopefully we're seeing you coming back soon too. So
Yeah, what's with that ominous grin? Everyone's going to be like, oh, Wardlow confirmed. He's going to be at.
Report it.
Confirm it now so everyone watches our YouTube video
Wardlow
later.
confirmed. WON.
No, I'm just real sad thinking about not being a part of that.
Oh, it was a fake smile. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I'm just holding back the tears, but thank you.
All right, guys. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. We have had AEW wrestlers here the last 3 years at Terrificon, and I think it's something we all really love about this convention.
And the 3 that are here are the best.
Yes.
There you go. And you guys can go and meet these guys at their booth, get an autograph, get some pictures, make it, they're very nice to come out here and support them being here. We're having a tournament for the video game in the video game room in about a half hour, so if you want to come out to that, it's free and fun. So, guys, let's hear one more time for Danhausen, Ethan Page, and Wardlow.
Hey, can I get an AEW chant for my vlog?
AEW, 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 AEW. All right.
Thank you. Let us unite, collide or die.
You guys are the best. Thank you.